This guy has been asking this a lot.
What?
Where does everyone see themselves in their Dota 2 careers in 2 years?
Retired.
Playing Heroes of the Storm.
Making Dota 3.
No.
Seriously? No, really though?
No.
Oh.
Personally, I want to enable people to do more cool Dota 2 content, which is kind of like good studio style, rather than taking a lot of contracts from other companies and doing it their way. So
We want to be a snowflake, man. We don't want to conform to the man.
fuck the man.
You're actually the man in this scenario, though. In a way. I mean, I'm just like, it's fine.
Okay. Andy. Fuck me.
Please,
What Sing Sing was on that?
Later.
Don't
Off stream.
laugh at that.
please respond.
What?
Please respond.
I said off stream.
No, did you?
I want to be Toby's boss in 2 years' time.
You can make it happen faster than that.
I know. Well, you guys didn't answer really. What you want to be making Dota 3?
I want to make Dota 3.
Alright, Jess, you have to answer as well. Your Dota career, 2 years' time.
I have no idea. 2 years is a really long time. So,
You still want to be doing stuff with Dota?
oh yeah. If Dota's still like, if people still play Dota, I assume they will in 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Some
Dota's good. Andy,
I just want to keep playing and cast.
you want to stream? And
I want to stream. I never get to fucking stream anymore. It's like, now you gotta cast all these games.
You don't bring me flowers.
You're so
You
loud.
don't stream me flowers.
Alright, Wagga, in 2 years' time, I mean, you know, in terms of your career, like, actually maybe, you know, just having a career would be the answer.
Yeah. Thanks, James.
That
No,
was
like,
fucking rough, man.
same as Rascal, but I want to play in a tier 5 team, maybe.
Tier 5 Korean team.
Yeah, tier 5 Korean team. Maybe I
Maybe
can go to
you get
Korea.
recruited by Zephyr.
I'm a little bit inspired by Zephyr.
Have you seen how much prize money they've won?
It's
They've
ridiculous,
won more
actually.
than Demon and a lot of pro players, bro. Like, they rich.
Are you saying they're not pro players?
Dude, a lot of pro players, just saying.
Okay.
Apparently,
Pro?
No Earth Spirit picked Meepo in their
Uh,
match versus Z-Hugs. And people are freaking out about it.
Meepo.
Who picked people?
No Earth Spirit.
Okay.
Can you please ask James why?
But this game
Why
is
are
better.
you so base?
No, I thought it was biased. I was like, what?
Yeah, you buy
that's
this
Toby.
fuck, bro.
Alright.
Yeah, you should see him. Every Navi game, James is like,
Hope the win, Navi, yeah.
Where does Too Good See the Good Studio in 2 years' time?
No.
It's going to be the dad studio.
The
Like,
bad studio?
No, the dad studio.
Dad.
basically, right, the good studio is the worst studio in terms of actually wanting to. So we don't like sell sponsors and stuff. So hopefully we'll find people that want to sell sponsorship. But I just want to have more cats. In 2 years.
2 years, you could have like,
No, but actually I want otters and red pandas too.
yeah.
Red pandas.
You have
You can
narwhals?
train red pandas. Like they can have.
Yeah, but
they can be
otters are
thieves.
awesome.
I want narwhals.
Because they're basically raccoons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I want to just maybe more people working with us and hopefully more sponsorships, and then you know.
And earn real money.
Yeah, I mean, we always, as a studio, just it's like everyone here has the philosophy of like we do what we like because we want to do it. We don't kind of do it because we want to like make money.
Mingles.
We don't earn real money.
We
No,
don't
we
know.
don't.
We actually
no,
don't.
no, we
It's
really
not
don't.
the money studio.
I mean, we're probably actually out of like ESL, BTS, and all the other studios. We probably earn the least money from actually being a studio,
Yeah.
but we also.
Have fun.
We also don't really work, so I don't
We
know
play
if we
games
should
all
get
day.
money anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I
You
don't
should check how many games
It's a
James
lifestyle
plays on
studio,
2
man.
weeks.
I actually think, yeah, the Good Studio in 2 years' time, I'd like it to be a charity.
Well, I mean,
for
it's,
underprivileged gamers.
it's been like that for quite a while. I mean, it's not in like speaking realistically. It's people like me. He just say, "Hey, show up in Sweden, right? Just kind of hang out." And that was pretty much the same for most of the people actually in this room.
Well, Bruno made me sound really scary when he told me. He's like, you kind of buy company. You said that to me. You buy a company,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, you do.
But in the sense, like, oh, I want to hang out with this person.
Yeah, he's like, you're cool. I want you to be with me. Come live at my house. So he's like a kind of Michael Jackson.
It's a little bit like that. True story.
But I was like, you make me sound fucking weird. I was like,
Yeah, but real talk though.
Like,
Is it us making you sound weird,
Oh.
or
It gets a little bit rapey.
Dude, the BTS.
no, I know. No, but like, honestly, like, it's not. I just see people that I think are like can do something really
BTS
good.
observers just
And I don't think other people
he's-
always see like
he's the
why they are good.
dad
And I'm
or
like, you're going to be like
Rusty
way
Robbie
better
Bobby?
than you are now. Come over here and hang out and.
Gold grab.
You know, because I don't think everyone will ever like
God,
just
that's
wanna
the
stay
server.
there. But I think it's a good platform for people.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Sean, Apollo, he was going to quit commentary. Like he wasn't even a commentator. He was like playing Command and Conquer, and I told him, go learn StarCraft because StarCraft 2 is going to be good, and you're really good at explaining your game, and you love RTS. And then even before StarCraft 2 came out, he was like just going to leave esports and get a normal job. And then I brought him over to Sweden, and then I was like, you need to play the game, you need to commentate the game, and you just need to be as good as the game as you can be. And he got like all his races up to like masters, and then and now he's like, when people say who's the best StarCraft commentator, they say Artosis and Apollo. But the point being, it's like I saw something that in him, and I just thought I'd help him. So I like doing that more than anything.
yeah. I mean, it's good to have a place where you can help people.
And people need to understand as well. It's like it's not about like picking someone who's always like in like the front man of a show or a show like this. It's like even with someone like Shane, who like we love the fact that Shane is also just nice to be part of the group,
Yeah.
rather than like Shane's here to be
Nice camera work.
the main entertainer.
It's capitalist.
Fucking Kappa.
Kappa, you missed first blood.
What happens if I click on this? Wait, what?
Well,
Dead. Double damage 3.
Jesus.
Jesus shit.
170.
Oh, he's coming for more. Oh,
It's 176 damage. But of course,
punch him. Oh, it's
Literally Roshan right now. Okay, he's dead though. Worth it.
stun.
What are you
stun?
doing?
No.
Oh, he wants to
Stun.
stun.
Has he got stun?
Click the
He doesn't
sun
have
kick,
it.
capitalist. Click him. You stupid.
Oh,
I'm clicking.
what a fucking boss!
Okay.
I must have disconnected. Click the sun kick. He clicked it. Vaga, you click. Oh yeah. It doesn't actually
I
have
think it's too
mana.
much hair to be ghost.
oh,
Two.
really?
Dude, that's still 3.5 seconds.
How much does it need?
Zero? He needs 3.5 seconds.
Down scratch.
For get the yeah, okay. 3.5 seconds is a long time. I think he's dead, bro.
Yeah.
He might get away though. He has boots. His fucking boots first.
Shout out to
You're used this kind of
D2G.
stuff.
So,
My
Andy-
God, I mean, perfect at this.
Shout out to D2G.
Andy? UG fucking lost.
They're asking for
that's
shout
lovely.
out.
Game over.
So you worked it out.
Did he not go back?
Capitalist? Rip.
What?
This? Why am I following this guy?
Oh well.
Take it easy. It's been casting for like 10 hours. He missed 60% of the kills. 66%.
Wait, he actually makes the Sun King
Yep.
kill as well?
Yeah.
Well, he followed it and then he didn't watch it when he resumed. He was probably Windows.
Any more questions, Jess? What's Twitch chat up to?
Shoot.
They're just saying he missed it.
Franker Z.
Franker Z.
I don't know.
Craig hasn't. Oh, because you
It's
don't
the
have the
dog face. It's
emoticons.
on mobile, yeah.
Franker C.
Oh, is that what those are?
Yeah,
the
it's
dog.
Craig Aston is it, like the face is black.
Oh,
face.
okay.
It's weird seeing people say Dad Flame and not actually seeing the flame.
You got nice cats.
Oh, Toby, where do you see yourself in 2 years' time with Dota 2?
Game is dead by then.
Rip game.
I'll be casting
Heroes of the
Heroes
Storm.
of the Storm.
You
Have you
and
played
Andy.
it? Have you played Heroes of the Storm?
Yes.
What do you think?
Ball out of my fucking brain.
Dude, I don't have a keys yet.
You don't?
I don't have Heroes of the Storm key.
Dude.
And I don't have it
Just
because of
This-
these guys.
This doesn't really work where I am right now. I'm
Do
sorry.
you have it, Jess?
Yeah,
I'm
I like
falling
just got mine, like,
backwards.
2 weeks ago.
We're actually the only people who don't have them.
Yeah, really. Because of you.
Thanks, James. What did you do, James?
Okay, here's the story, right? Like,
yeah. Tell me.
we have a guy that's like, well, we can give you beta keys of Heroes of the Storm. So like, just send us all your emails and you get beta
What
keys.
did James do?
James goes and tweets, hey, let's like if you're bored already of Heroes of the Storm, go watch this Hearthstone guy.
No, I said if you're bored already of Heroes of the Storm, which you should be, go watch this.
And then
And I was on like day 2 or day 1 of release, right? And then apparently when they sent all the requests for beta keys or alpha keys for the group, because they put my email in it, when it got to Blizzard, they were like, nope, not this guy with his group of people.
So
And
you've
then-
been single targeted by Blizzard that...
No, but the thing is, someone from Blizzard actually ended up getting me a key, because he's like, you know, this is just James. So
It's
just ignore him.
But only
But
him.
not...
But they didn't get anyone else's keys, so I got it and no one else.
It's fucking horrible.
I know. That's just wrong.
It's not that bad. You can borrow my account.
Honestly though,
But don't delete my monk items on Dota.
honestly though, would you play Bruno?
I'll try it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I watched it. I can't see. It's not my type of game.
I think it's a different game.
Yeah, it's a very different game.
It's
It's
like-
not my type.
It's more like BLC than it is Dota.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, it's not. No.
BLC?
No.
Yeah, Heroes.
DLC was a great game.
BLC was good.
I tried to take all the hair off before, but
It's
That's what it seems like to me.
Get a Ferminator.
it's a MOBA
I have a.
It's like
These cats are actually really confused that so many people are available for petting. Normally everyone is at their PCs in their bedrooms.
this is like what
This
is
is like-
going on right now.
Is that why she's shedding so much?
They're like-
So happy. She's
so
always
nervous.
in the back of their
Summer is coming. That's why they're like James, please, every year, make this happen.
Got a question for you, James. What advice would you give someone starting their own little casting studio?
Find you plus 2 people who want to do it because it's fun and be able to pay the rent.
Pretty much.
Like
Yeah.
that's all you need to do. Like really.
That's the
It's like-
important part. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can cast now in terms of equipment for like if you've all got PCs, you
Almost
just
free,
need to
man.
spend maybe like if you want to, like around
I think
$3,000.
that's just sitting normally.
You can have a studio for $3,000.
Yes, oh man.
Like, I'm just talking about some simple lighting, a camera which is worth maybe $600, $700, and then just make sure you get like desks and whatever, and you could do your self-producing.
Branding.
But you just want to be in a room with people that actually have a similar goal to you. The harder part of it is choosing the people you want to do it with and what they expect.
Game is dead.
What they expect from what happens.
Legarino, Dongarino.
So don't.
Go to the Nippo game.
If you want to share the company, I wouldn't do that. I would actually just share the
Steam went down.
profits of the stream and contracts with the people based off if they work there. So if you have $3,000, you can start a studio.
Or you can go and get a Kickstarter.
And the only thing that you need to do when you want to get big in terms of content is just be regular and make sure you cast other people's tournaments for free to start with until you get to a point where you should be earning money. But yeah. But the harder part is people's expectations and managing them.
Ehag Noir Spirit is the one that has a Nippo.
Yeah, but fuck the meeple. This game is actually interesting.
This game is over, it's 5-0.
This game is interesting.
Good question, person. Who was that?
That was Daredevil Dan.
Daredevil Dan.
Oh, I know that guy.
It's a
Do
daredevil.
you really?
Yeah.
He's been asking a lot of questions. I reckon his,
Yeah.
his Twitter handle is
Well,
His
@Daredevil
name's
Dota.
Steve. He's really
I think the directed camera is better, just saying, but
She's purring like crazy.
Thoughts on liquid roll swaps, and then it's @StatsmanBruno. So they specifically want your insight.
About what?
Liquids roll swaps.
pick up the players.
I think it's something that they might
You
have
do it.
needed. I was talking to the guys and they're feeling really
whatever.
confident. And
Yeah,
at this
like
point, I
this.
think it's more like, in order for them to get to TI, not win TI, but like to get to TI, most importantly, rather than fixing the
Perfect,
game,
huh?
they have to fix the
can
way
do
they
this.
feel about each other and how they're playing.
But it's also to refresh. It's like when you play the same role and you've seen it not work so many times, just having someone play a different role refreshes everyone's mentality to kind of think it's a different playing field, like different results should happen or different outcomes will
Yeah.
come. So it's kind of like a refresh.
Yeah, and also the other thing is that you can, like when you play a lot of a hero, you kind of know their limits. Sometimes because you don't fully understand the limits of a hero that you don't play as often, you kind of question the decision making or why did you do this instead of that? And getting the chance of playing like a support when you normally don't do, or a mid player or something, gives you now I kind of understand what my teammate thought process is.
And so, what do you think of that, Jess? Was that a good answer?
Yes, it was amazing. Oh, Josh.
Hello, Kitty. So, what did you think of the answer, Jess?
That was a well thought out answer, and I agree with everything. That's exactly what I was going to say.
These cats are
So hairy.
something chronic.
There's gonna be less of them in a while.
So a lot of people
Take
now
them
have been
all.
asking if the Good Studio is hiring, what people can do
Define
to work
hiring.
here.
Fine hiring, yeah.
The thing is like,
The hiring process in this company is not. It's not default. It's not a hiring process.
It's not really. There's not really a.
The
job
hiring
application.
process is randomly show up to our house and offer to do shit.
don't say that.
No, that's a bad idea.
That's what he did.
Man.
Oh,
No, that's him.
Webboss did.
I met him in Bloodline.
Yeah,
Champions.
Webboss did that. Yeah.
No, Webboss got a reference from Trance that said he was a hard worker.
Wow.
And that's the
That
last
was a
time-
lie.
that's
Fucking
the last
lie,
time
dude.
Trance ever was able to.
And after that, we stopped
Our
hiring.
lie
entirely.
detector determined that that was a
Or
lie.
weapons.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like you basically don't want a real job. It's part of working with the Good Studio, and have something to offer. And like the trouble is like we've always been limited to like one house in terms of like because we kind of like it's fun living together.
Yeah.
And it's part of what a Good Studio is.
I like the pause there. It's
Everyone
fun
fucking laughed.
living together.
You can tell this is really forced and
But the
rehearsed.
thing is like we actually do like
Yeah.
people do email us like saying they can do this, this, and this, and I always read it and I always reply back. And some people who have like worked for us, like graphic design or website design, I've actually like helped them go on and get like another job. So our last coder, I think I can't even remember his name. Was it
Michael.
Michael.
Yeah.
I was going to say Michael. So Michael ended up working for us and coding for us, and we paid him just like €500 a month. That's pretty much because he wasn't working full time; he was just helping. But because he actually was I didn't tell him to do anything. He just kind of did it and proved he was self-motivated. I was like, well, I can help you a bit. And then he was like, okay, I'm finishing university now. Is there any position at the Good Studio full time? And I'm like, not really, because we don't really want to just build websites in terms of like create something on the online. And then I was like, but you're really awesome, so let me go see if there's anyone out there. And now he works full time at Gosu Gamers, working on their Dota 2 section. So we don't necessarily hire, but if you do something for us or want to do something, we can always look at it and see. Then people can just email james@thegoodstudio.com.
All these serious answers, man.
What, James at the Good Studio? Did you check that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit got real.
No, I do.
I know.
You check that one. Bruno has access to my email anyway. And my bank account.
I have access to everything. Oh wow. Apparently, let me see. Because
Webpass, hard work, dedication.
Valve just pushed an update during qualifiers, and there might be a problem. There might be a problem.
Hold on, Valve.
Volvo, please.
Volvo, please.
So, hey, there's the takeover function. Oh, your phone is lost now.
Oh, but
Oh, oops. Oh, thanks for
No problem.
one of the things we really wanted to do that we should have done at the Good Studio was we have like a hidden agency, which is like a business that basically hires out the talent, and I kind of just do the contracts. But we actually wanted to make this agency kind of public, and we wanted a side of it which was basically just like volunteers, right? So we would list on the agency the people that we represent, and then we would also list anybody that's looking work in esports, because there's no place to find like the collective people that can actually do something. And you can list, and I want you guys to be able to list yourself, for example, like saying, I am willing to go to an event in Poland because I live in Poland, and I will lift stuff, move boxes, and be part of your event in Poland for free. Because I love esports, and I'd give you advice in the sense like try not to do things for free too much. Because that's why people will always accept you. But if we had like a list of people like I live here and I do this, I live here and I can do this, you know, I aspire to do this. You know, there's so many people in esports that would use that, but the trouble is sometimes the people that would maybe not abuse it is people who are like doing startups but don't necessarily do them well, which is kind of like, they'll be like, hey, can you do me a website? And you'll be like, should I help this person or not? And if you end up helping them and then they give you broken promises, you know, so it should always be like under contract.
I want to chip in there because like my story of involvement in esports is kind of like the same one of any guy that wants to say, hey, like I'm really not in esports and I want to do something. What do I do? Like realistically, 6 months before TI2, where I was like in the panel thanks to this guy, I was entirely out of esports. I had like no involvement, nothing. I just found something that was really cool. Like I had this idea and I went and made it and just made it. I couldn't do it exactly the way I wanted because I didn't have the resources. But I just went and did the best I could and I put it out there for people to see. And when people saw it, they were like, well, then for example, Trans just contacted me and said, hey, I can give you like this really strong server so you can put it there. And I got a lot of other people just like helping me there. But the thing is that if you think that you can help in any particular way, like maybe not like in the case of the guy that will lift boxes, but it's like if you have an idea of something cool, instead of just going to and knocking doors and like, hey, I have this cool idea, like pay me something to do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Just go and do it and put it out there.
Like I went around knocking on people's doors to try and get Reborn started, and it wasted 9 months of Reborn. Like it really did.
Yeah.
Like I went around to investors and I was like, I know to the best of our knowledge that the people I'm working with can make a really good FPS esport game for 1v1. And I went around to investors and I was like, you know, I was jumping through hoops, writing all these business documents for them. And I got an offer at the end, but it was like, the offer was £250,000 for 80% of Reborn and 20% of the agency, the Good Studio, and also the other company I run, which is Esport Productions, which is basically when we build events for other people, right? And I'm like, well, maybe and they gave me like a shitty offer because it was like, the game wasn't further in development. And I was like, well, instead of wasting 9 months putting effort into trying to knock on people's doors, I should have just fucking made the game. Put more time into making the game, and then I would actually, if I did want investment later, I could probably get it quicker, because it's actually like, there's something there, more than what I had. And I'd get a better offer, you know. So it's the same, like, you know, it's the same with Michael, who did our websites. It's like, he actually made a Good Studio website before we asked for a Good Studio website. He's like, I made this, what do you think? And we're like, fuck, you're good. Can you change this, this and this? And he's like, does it in like a night? And we're like, okay, this guy's really good, we'll take it. And then like, what else can you do? And he's like, I can do, you know, this, this and this. And so we're like, okay, we have these projects. And he helped us like the last international qualifiers.
Yep.
Michael was actually involved in making the website
Yep.
with Bruno, which we did. And because he did that, he has, you know, like Valve on his CV, right?
Yeah, that was inside the Dota 2 client.
Yeah.
In the qualifiers, you were like, you log into the client, and the paid webpage that you made is there on Dota 2. Like, that's huge. You can tell someone. Like,
Yeah, so when he went for his job interviews, even though he wasn't getting hired by him, he was like Valve on his, you know, like he did a website for Valve.
Yeah.
There's not many people.
Which is pretty huge.
Yeah. And the guys were impressed, you know, but he didn't want the job, so, you know, he went away. But he ended up works for Ghostly Gamers for full-time salary now. We have lots of stories like that. But it's just because he went and did it.
yeah. Yeah, just go and do it. And really, like, don't... That's the other thing, is like, go and do your ideas, and, like, there's a phrase that actually has to do more with IT, which is like, security through obscurity is not security at all. And in this case, what it means is, do not try to keep a secret because you think your idea is so cool that no one else should ever know it until you release it. You just, like, if you have a good idea, go for it, just do it.
And keep it iterating.
And keep it open, because probably if you're the first one to do it and you're the first one to think it, you will have the better understanding of what you're doing. Like when I started, for example, to give the example, when I started doing stats, I went through a lot of kind of things that kind of looked good, but then I tested them and it's like, well, this is really pointless. Like KDA, you talk about that, or like average goal per minute. That's like a perfect example. What does it mean that Volva has an average of 400 goals per minute, because if he wins,
you win a
he
game,
goes.
you get 600.
If
If you lose,
a game, you go
200.
200. So like the average means nothing. So when you because you work with an idea, you will obviously be better at understanding that. And if you don't do it, or if you try to keep it secret, really doesn't matter, because at the point you release it, someone else will see it, and no one can stop other people from doing it, or doing it better if you're not good enough. So don't be afraid.
It's like, I was going to say, like with Reborn, we have a map editor now. So we don't actually have like a full game, but we have map editor, we have weapons, and we have like movement and stuff. So I'm actually just like thinking to myself, after TI qualifiers, I might just release the Reborn EXE, and everyone can just jump in and make maps and play with weapons. You know, the game's not at all, it has no artwork in it. But the point being is like, it has a map editor, so if people understand the physics and the length of how far you jump or how you can move, you can actually create maps like now in a very simple version. And then once artwork comes in and other stuff, you know, you'll be able to contribute. But it's like, you know, there's no point me sitting on it, because I'll probably get a worse result of a video game without the community's help. And also the community will be the best thing to shape the game to what they want to play. And the only people that will, you know, bother jumping in it and jumping around and making maps are probably, you know, the Quake FPS community. But yeah, there's no point being scared and hiding the ideas. It doesn't change anything, because even like Red 5 Studios, there was an email chain about.
What's that cat doing?
That's Mingles.
Yeah.
Cat's like, litter. He's digging the litter box.
Okay.
So, like, I was talking, you know, Firefall, right?
Yeah.
So the game Firefall, I went on a show here, and I spoke about all the things I wanted to do with Reborn in terms of tournament systems and matchmaking and all this kind of stuff, right? And what it could be like for the community to have these kind of interactions, and like the one of the investors that I was talking to were like, maybe you shouldn't share your ideas, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I don't think it matters. And there was an email chain within apparently Red 5 Studios, like I got told, like there was an email chain with the bot saying, oh, this guy, you know, talking about his, you know, but it probably just won't change anything with that game.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if anyone knows what I'm trying to do, design-wise.
Very, very few people are willing to just openly say, oh, this random guy here in 5 minutes had a better idea than what I had preparing for 3 years.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, good ideas, everyone has good ideas.
Yeah.
The hard part is the execution.
Yeah.
That's what makes the difference between...
My brother is also into programming and has been developing games and like doing game programming on his own for a very long time. And he says that as well. He has people all the time coming to him. I have this amazing idea. We'll do a 50-50 split. He's like, yeah, how many hours am I going to put in? How many hours did you put in thinking of this idea? Like, you can get a good idea. You can even think about it like 3 days and get an amazing idea about what you want to do. But then there's like 4,000 hours of coding or something. Yeah. So yeah, 50-50 split.
Yeah, but
like,
it's really hard to also like understand the value of a business partner.
Yeah, that's
like it's like the unfortunate thing is like business ruins every good idea. That's how it works, right? Because it's like when you put a number on something, you're just like, shit, is that how much I'm worth? It's like, for example, in Reborn, we've been trying to raise money, you know, with investors previously, and we haven't done any donations. And so we were like, you know, we were like telling these artists that wanted to work on it, like, don't work on it until we can actually pay you properly, right? Yeah. And now we're just at a phase where we're like, fuck it, right? And so Danny Dem, who I showed the game to, who creates items for Dota 2, I show him the game, he jumps around the map, he's like, oh, it's really fun. He's like, what kind of art style are you going for? And I'm like, well, I don't know, we were going to do this. He's like, oh, that sounds okay, but what about something like this? And then he just opens up like shared screen and just starts drawing like Reborn's like robot, right? And I'm just like, and at the end of it, I'm sat there and I'm like, I shouldn't allow someone to help me, you know, because I might make money off this. But if I say to Danny Dem, we can give you like X money or X%, it automatically goes to the person that's helping you like, oh, now I've got a value. Yeah. So it's like, it's better sometimes to be like, you can help and I'll get you a bottle of whiskey, rather than saying, hey, I'll pay you like €2,000 for it, or something like that, because it's like, you think to yourself, well, actually I'm worth more than €2,000. And then when you're working on it, which is something that could be fun, you're like, you know, I'm being valued. So sometimes it's like, you just do it, and business can ruin a bad idea. Yeah. A good idea.
Which is why we don't make money. Because we don't want to take money. We're just going to do cool shit.
This
If you
is
offer us
right.
money, we're like, no, this is boring. This sucks.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's like Ace of
Which is
Sarah Dream
good.
League. Yeah, Ace of Sarah Dream League, we're like, oh, it's really fun to do. And then we see like the price list of what I guess, and we're like, well, wait a minute, actually, we're worth more than that. You know, but we're like, but we want to do it. So, but we don't want to turn up to work until like, you know, but it always gets solved. Yeah, it's always happening.
Yeah.
James, do you need a fireman at the good studio? I can work without a shirt, got a six-pack, and I live in the Stockholm area.
I don't feel like there's anyone in the house besides Griff who would appreciate that.
The fuck? Change the game. Or something.
I think Steam
So,
went down.
like, firemen are meant to work
Yeah, I
like
think
4 days
Steam is
on,
down again.
4 days off,
Yeah.
because they do shifts like that. So do we get the 4 days off? Is it 4 days a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it depends, but yeah.
Is it a 6-pack of beer or? You don't know?
Probably.
Okay.
I'll ask him.
Alright.
I'm sure
Ask
that's
him
what
for
he meant,
pictures.
though.
Yeah.
Huh?
There you
But we're
go.
more than 6 here.
Yeah. You need to have a 12-pack at least of whiskey.
He would say that.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
Which 3 heroes will have the biggest impact at TI4?
Dark
Rider.
3,
Batrider.
Mirana.
Yeah. It depends how you mean, like biggest impact. I mean, biggest impact in this qualifier is Batrider without even being played. He's 100% pick and ban. That's the biggest impact to me. But if you mean the hero that's going to be played most and change the game the most, then that's another thing. So it's a matter of definition.
No, but you saw like Darkseer 3
Yeah.
every single game.
Yeah, sure. And Mirana as well, and Sun King.
Mirana and
Yeah.
Sun King, so yeah.
That's the current. But I think this patch is a lot more open than this qualifier is showing it to be.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we see one thing run over and over by these teams. I think Liquid are playing a little bit differently in how they execute it because they have one style that they show every game and still get away with. But I think this patch you can pretty much do anything. It's so open. The heroes are actually really like even heroes that are not picked actively now are viable. That word sucks. Everything is viable at this patch. But to be honest, I'm surprised we're not seeing more different strats. But
People are bandwagoning, man, because they see success and it's like...
it's just the
Yeah,
trend.
I think every qualifier we will see here will be absolutely different in terms of picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for the majority, apart from like as you say,
Yeah.
Batrider, it will probably always be.
Yeah. There's this thing that every single LAN, every single tournament in Dota, especially a tournament like the TI qualifiers, people are watching the replays. They're watching everyone else and what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's what happens on a LAN as well. That's why I said LAN in specific. You will have trends, LAN trends. It's a thing in Dota. Like the Dota metagame is just a trend. What you want to pick right now. So I don't know, man. Like the heroes can completely change to my main event, to be honest.
I really enjoy when like some people seem to like take the word of pro players on what hero is strong as kind of like word of God.
Kitty wants to get in.
And then you talk to some pro players, it's like, well, why do you pick PA?
Yeah.
And the answer is like, well, I just like PA.
Yeah, I like her. It's like
Right. Sometimes,
Restart.
what's the expression? Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, it's good because like you'll ask a pro player like when Paket came over to the house last time for
That's
it
actually
was some
very-
Chinese
G
tournament.
League, before G League finals.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
came over here and he was like, gyro shit. He was like, this hero's awful.
Wisp
Why
is
did we
good as
pick
well.
this?
Yeah, he also said
Wisp
that.
is a lane creep.
Right. And now gyro has been played like a million times. Like he's not picked as much anymore, but it was a trend for a long
There's
time.
also
Like even his
Wisp.
team picked it.
Alright, again.
He
back
also
then.
picked Wisp, and he said
Yeah.
Wisp was a lane creep, doesn't have any lane presence.
Yeah. So I mean, everybody has their own preference on what they actually think is good. So when it comes to Dota, it's like if you think something's good, try it and figure out what it's good against and figure out what it's bad against. Like that's how you get better.
Nice camera work. Nice camera.
This thing is crazy that almost every hero is completely viable. In
Yeah, in some way.
Yeah, it's like
to
you
me
know,
this
even
is the
like
most balanced
Spirit
patch
Breaker.
ever in Dota. I would go as far as to say ever in Dota 1, Dota 2, this is the most balanced patch. People could disagree, but I don't
Most
remember a
people
patch
agree.
where everything is so playable as in this one.
Yeah.
Oh, Wagger,
Yeah.
right? You need to explain to Jess how to skill build Death Prophet.
Right.
Because...
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday on the stream as well.
Oh, you've done it already?
No, not in specific, but I don't know. I think that game was not really about the skill build. It was just Luminous was roaming and ganking. You sacrificed Jessio.
Oh, it's my fault.
Yeah, it's your
Last
fault.
I see.
Yeah, that's why we. That's
Yeah,
why
I
I
mean,
fed. 'Cause
I would
it was
blame
coming
Lumi.
being
I honestly didn't think if I was being there, it would have done anything. It would just been two people not getting
Lumi is
fun.
basically a lane crew, is what you say.
He is,
Yeah.
pretty much.
No, but you told me this as well. You showed me, like, with
Yeah.
Death Prophet, you never get your 4th
I never
point
get, well,
into
a lot of
crits.
pro players don't do the same thing as me,
Yeah.
but I would like to hear their thoughts on it. Because the thing with Death Prophet, her nuke scales really weird. It's 100 damage, I think, on level 1, 250 on level 3, and 300 on level 4. But the mana cost increases, and on level 8 or on level 7 even, you would want to have the 3, 1, or actually, it depends whether or not you're gonna push with your ulti. Team fight going off, but never mind. Like the thing is that the difference between having 4 points into your nuke and 3 points in witchcraft, and having 4 points into witchcraft and 3 points in your nuke is 50 damage, but 40 mana cost. So you're basically paying 1 mana per damage, which is horrible.
Yeah.
And the
instead of
cooldown
having,
goes down and it
your
buffs
first
your
ability,
ulti, blah,
you
blah,
go
blah.
3 points. Yeah, you have 250 damage compared to if you had 4 points, which you get 300 damage, but it costs you also like 40 extra mana. So it doesn't really like mean much unless you really like feel like you need to clear the way like super easily.
Yeah, I
But
probably
you-
solved that really bad, but it's like it makes her overall better. Like you get faster, you have lower cooldown,
Yeah.
you have more ghosts. It's like AOE on everything. You just get better.
Just feel like saving that 1 point out of
Oh,
your
yeah.
First ability.
So in my
I play that way
opinion,
now, and it's really good.
in my opinion, you should go for like 3, 1, 4, 1.
Yeah, that's what.
That should be your build on level 9. So
Yeah.
yeah. 9.
We just pimped your favorite hero build.
It's good.
Just happened.
To be honest though, we lost that game because of PA. Shit hero, really bad. Can't carry. I play Ursa mid, 22-1 or something. Then I play PA, and it's like, even in this high diversity MMR game, can't do shit. Can't carry.
Dude, I ganked
Did
like a champ.
UG just win a big fight?
Yes.
Yeah, you did gank like a champion,
I
but
mean,
it was a punch
Liquid
and you
kind
played
of
like a
was
pussy.
all over the place.
It was not your fault.
They had a funny underneath it. She had one tower
Never seen a punch be so scared
in a
of a PA,
horrible
man.
position.
Dude, he knew it was Wagner.
He knew. Worst PA world. What's that?
No, that's the game where they actually said, go
I
easy.
don't know what's going on.
You heard the Facebook sound, right?
No, I don't know what's going on.
Never mind.
I feel really bad, but I want Team Liquid not to do so well.
Because of the roster change or why?
I don't know.
Demons suck.
I just feel like
Dude,
I'm not sure if they
As
like.
a person or as
Does-
a
No, it's a.
Like the thing is, I'm not sure like if they deserve it as a team. It's a really horrible thing to say, but it's like, okay, you had Fluff and stuff, and you didn't like him, but why the fuck did you not solve that earlier? You know, why did it come to a Reddit post? Like, what kind of team are you if you're not like, you know, making sure all your players and your teammates are happy and on the same page? It's like, do you deserve to be a team where there's like that much internal conflict? I don't know.
Eternal
Happens more
conflict
than
suck.
you would think.
I think a lot of teams have a lot of internal conflict.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, but when they go so far that it surfaces before it's solved, or
Yeah,
you know,
exactly, that's what I
that's what James is after.
What the hell?
Like, it's always
People are
two
saying the
sides of
audio is
story.
fine.
It's never just like, it's not just fucking stuff. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, it's not. So that kind of makes me feel like, you know,
Script, please.
but I really like, you know, Bulwer.
Well, part of the audio is first.
Somebody fucked with something, I guess, in the other room.
Probably Script fell asleep on the control.
Scriff! No?
What happened?
Smashing
Just
shit.
nothing.
Well, you're kind of on the cables. I don't know if you're moving anything, Ruby, but
I think it's a really good business advice.
Yeah, someone
Blame
tweeted at us and said, really enjoy that discussion on business starting up in here now. Some great entrepreneurial insights from you and James.
He like sat on my hip. I'm
We
old.
can be business partners, Bruno.
Look, they're saying it's fucked.
We do well.
What can we start a business in?
Maybe
That's terrible, but is that sound?
Oh, I've got a great business idea.
Listen. Okay.
Wait, stay there.
You thought you were gonna follow
Is he
me
gonna
to the
check the
bedroom.
audio?
That's a great business idea.
James is not gonna check the audio.
No,
He's
can't
gonna do
do
something
shit.
else for sure. James is not gonna be useful.
James is not gonna be useful.
Oh wait, he can hear me.
That's such a next level tower lasted. Or under the tower lasted.
Dude,
Bruno,
Yes.
I'm gonna sell you my business.
I remember
Okay.
this.
Right. So a lot of people, right, think
Right.
this is actually just a pool cue,
Yes.
right? But it's more.
It's more.
It's the neck massager pull cue bench press 2000.
Oh, amazing. You sound
Okay.
just like Bill
Okay.
Mays.
Yeah.
Rest
so
in peace.
what happens is, right, a lot of people are going to use this as a pool cue, but
TV
if you have
shop
it in this
James.
house and you're not playing pool, what you can actually use it as, if you kind of lean back, is actually a neck massager.
Whoa.
Like this. You see?
And it's so much easier than other neck massages
It is.
as well.
It is. It is. It is a lot easier. Do you want to try it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Here you go. Watch out, Jess.
Don't hit.
Now, just let me know how it feels.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay, and you want to make sure you get the sides of your neck as well.
Bruno is not a
You know.
paid actor.
Man,
This is a real
okay.
testimony.
Whoa, like, I've had other neck massages, but nothing is just like
And
that.
so also this is, giving you a workout here
Yes.
as well, you
Sell
see.
man.
Look at how I can use my forearm.
Yeah.
TV
So
shop.
the thing is like,
Sell out.
if you want to,
Yes.
right, you can actually put weight on the end of this, okay?
Can
so
you?
make sure that you can. For an extra $5.99, it comes with weights.
Holy-
You put weights on the end, and while you neck massage, which is relaxing your neck,
Right.
you're actually at the same time working out here. Whatever this muscle
Triceps,
is.
biceps,
triceps, and everything
quadruple
else. And then if you want to,
sets,
you
the
go up to the top
deltoids.
and then kind of let it go, and then push up.
Graboid.
And then there you go, and then
Oh,
back
yeah.
down, all in the comfort of your own home.
I
Workout,
enjoy it.
massage.
You've
and
been
then
watching too
afterwards,
much
a
TV
game
shop.
of pool, and if you order now with
get
credit
free.
card, you get a free pool table, and for the first 500 orders, we throw in the balls. But it's quite nice.
This product is amazing. Call now. 1-800
I want to see
James.
the Dongarinos.
But I'm telling you, this
Sell
You're
man.
gonna keep it. It's fine.
Keep it, man.
Jess, do you want to try?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Do you want to go into my business? I've got a good business idea.
For all the
That's
people,
how you call it, your business.
I've got a good business idea. 50-50.
there was basically a half split. It's like half of them were saying shut up and take my money. Half of them were saying stop paying the queue. Don't worry, the queue's ass anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it really is bad.
It doesn't even have like a screw to it, and the top's dead.
Yeah.
Actually, I think one of the tops fell off of one of those.
Yeah, we have a pool table, but it's really shitty.
It's a baby pool table.
But we could be business partners. Anyone else?
50-50?
Anyone else want to pitch in for an investment?
I've
5
invested
men.
already, man.
Oh well.
You tried your best.
Oh, guess it's back to esports.
Maybe TV shop isn't for you.
You try, man, you try.
Anyway.
Yeah.
How do you follow that up, man?
Wasn't like
Bruno,
James' dad a
yo,
car
tell me
salesman
about
or
your
something?
business.
I
I think that's
so.
where he picked up this.
What
this
business?
amazing-
Guys,
Natural
we gotta be
salesperson.
careful.
Actually,
quiet
my
about
dad
this.
was a car
Hey,
salesman.
hey, I want your attention about Bruno's business. The one about cows.
Cows.
Oh, wow.
The
no,
cow business.
this is totally
This
legit.
is like real business.
This is totally legit.
Real
right?
talk?
Yeah. No, this is like real. Like, this is something that people do in Argentina and several countries that have like cattle. Yeah. So what you do, you can do this probably with some other animals as well. But let's say you have something like $10,000 or something like that, like a amount of money that you want to invest. It's not a lot of money. What you do is you buy cows. Now, you don't buy cows and take them to your home because that would be like pretty unproductive. What you do is you buy the cows from a guy that has them in like a field. And the guy keeps the cows. And the guy feeds the cows for you. And he's just like, the cows would be there without you. You just like say, these cows are mine. So you pay this guy. So this guy gets some money. with that money, that guy will actually feed the cows and will just like make sure that there's a bull that impregnates the cows and you get like baby cows and baby bulls. The deal is this.
Wait, how does that happen?
Well, like there's actually like artificial insemination, which is really boring.
Poor cows.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, it's yeah, there was.
But wait, I'm serious here, right? So, what you do is like all the baby cows, like the female cows, of course, are yours, and all the baby bulls are from the guy that are like taking care of the cow. Now, cows are really valuable because they give milk, and of course they create more cows. Bulls, not so much because they don't do any of those things. So the bulls, after they get like between 1 and 2 years old, they get sold for meat. So this guy, which is like getting bulls, sells them for meat, gets more money. You keep the cows. Now you start, let's say, with 10 cows, and because they have babies, eventually, like next year you have 20, and the next year you have 40, and then eventually, like the first one die, but you still like get more and more. So maybe like 10 years into it, you started with 10 cows, then you have like 200.
Dude, I did the similar business, but with humans. It was called slavery.
Yes, but fortunately, these cows are very well treated and they're living freely in their field.
Yeah, I got shut down.
Yeah. So eventually, because there's lots of people that really want to buy cows, whenever you feel like it, you can cash out. And like, okay, I have these 200 cows, I sell them back to you. And this guy gives you the money, you get for 200 cows. And you pretty much invested money.
So what's the startup price, Bruno?
I don't know right now, but I think you can buy a cow for somewhere around like $1,000.
Is that why you guys have so many cats? You're kind of trying that on a smaller
We're just
scale?
hoping the
Yes.
market.
Trying all the models.
The cat market
we're
is low.
hoping the market changes.
The milk market.
we're like ahead of the game. You know?
Okay,
It's like,
but
Hey guys,
So
we're
now-
getting paid for this TI thing for a couple of thousands. Let's invest in some cows, guys.
people gotta eat, right?
Get rich.
imagine if the Good Studio was kind of funded just by cows. Like we actually got like money, and then we were like every bit of profit we got for like a year, we just invested in cows.
Cows. That'd be
You
fucking
realize
legit,
you
man.
shot the price
Is
of
it
cows
kind of
up by
when
like
you adopt
20%.
a cow and you know, and they actually like write you letters and stuff. You
Yes,
know how that
yes,
happens.
they say moo, moo, moo. The cow.
You know when you adopt like animals, and then they write you letters from the dog.
So this is real talk, Bruno.
Yeah, like if you're not seen
This
the
is-
advert, it's like, you know, Scruffy, and it's like, oh, Scruffy, and then you're like, help Scruffy not die, basically, they're going to put him down. And then you pay money to the organisation to help Scruffy, and then Scruffy writes you letters.
You're talking about like
But then
advertising.
I'm thinking to myself, well, if Scruffy can fucking read and write, why can't he get a job and support himself?
Scruffy doesn't have thumbs, man. I mean, manual labor is probably not a strong suit.
Fucking Scruffy. It's a con. Support the animals. Especially greyhounds.
Great.
They get treated really badly after they've done racing.
I had no idea. I've seen a lot of commercials with Sarah McLachlan.
I'm not saying,
though.
like someone is saying the business already exists. I'm saying that it exists. I'm not saying this should be a great idea. This is actually something that people do already.
Yeah, he's just saying it's really good.
Yeah. And some people are saying that it costs $5,000. I'm 100% sure that a cow doesn't cost $5,000 in Argentina. It's much less. Because we
You,
have like...
you got like a cow guy in
well,
Argentina?
no, I know a cow guy.
I know
Of course he
that.
has a cow guy.
I know a cow
Do you
guy.
actually know a cow guy?
I know a couple cow guys.
Or we call him the cowboy.
I know a cow girl.